Hey everyone, it's Jennifer Lee Chan here, NBC Sports Bay Area. Made it to Miami on a red eye, which the plane was like a sauna, so did not sleep well. Took a nap here, and that's my story. So here in Miami, and it's about 70 degrees, 68, 67, around 70. It's nice. It's not overwhelmingly hot, which is what the temperature is going to be like for the game. About 43% fans are going to be 49ers, and the rest will be supporting the Dolphins. So, as always in Florida, a good, solid turnout from Niners faithful, 49ers faithful. But really, it's going to be the Patrick Taylor show. So, he's going to have a lot of supporting people around him. Of course, like George Kittle, I think, is going to have a huge part in the game. I hope they get Ricky Pearsall involved, but really, it's Patrick Taylor. Now, Patrick Taylor was from Memphis. He played there for 4 years, went undrafted, but he did have some decent running stats there. Oh, I can't get that. He ran 536 times for 2,884 yards. He had 1,000 yard season. That was in 2018. He is a pass catcher as well. He has 55 receptions for 434 yards at Memphis. All right, so he was undrafted, picked up by Green Bay, hasn't played a ton. He's been active for a lot of games though because he's a special teamer. So he has played in 44 games over his career, ran the ball 79 times for 311 yards, and was in Green Bay for 3 years, undrafted free agent. So after 3 years they are free agents, and the 49ers picked him up. Um, he spoke to the media on Friday and said the biggest improvement since he's been with the 49ers is his pass catching, route running skills. So Bobby Turner, of course, makes the guys be completely detail oriented, and he feels that Bobby Turner has really prepared him for this moment. He doesn't think that it's daunting at all. He seems very confident, and I think you look at the history of Kyle Shanahan and all the running backs that he's had, and how you think that maybe it's not a guy who's a marquee name like Christian McCaffrey. I mean, like Jordan Mason was not a guy who was a household name, and neither was Isaac Guerrero. I mean, I think a lot of people knew how fast he was. And Elijah Mitchell, another guy who was not well known until he was in Shanahan's offense. And it's very similar to Mike Shanahan. I mean, there were guys that became household names when Mike Shanahan was the Denver Broncos coach, and before Terrell Davis. And they're known for getting guys in the right situation. So, if nothing else, Kyle Shanahan is going to give Patrick Taylor the opportunities to have a great running day. And I'm sure we'll see it on the field. He's also a pass catcher. So, I also, when I was watching practice, the opening stuff, I think Kyle Juszczyk could get a little bit more time with the ball in his hands. He did fumble earlier in the year, and I think that isn't something that you want to see, of course, but I think with more practice, he's not a guy who fumbles much, so there may be an opportunity for Kyle Juszczyk as well. But behind Patrick Taylor, it's Keyshawn Vaughn and then Israel Abanikanda. So while I think all three of them will be active, I think Patrick Taylor is going to get most of the reps. He's been with the 49ers the longest. So I think that the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, Bobby Turner will be most confident in him. Outside of that, yes, I would like to see Ricky Pearsall involved. I think anytime they kind of, stretch the field a little bit, I think it's good for the offense. It opens up the run game a little bit. Good to see. It'll be good to see Deebo Samuel a little bit more involved. Maybe not on jet sweeps, but more as, a pass catcher. George Kittle, of course, Kyle Juszczyk. I think they're going to use all of those guys. On the defensive side, Nick Bosa was questionable. I do think he plays. I think Dre Greenlaw plays as well. And I think that is the one I'm really looking forward to see. How is Dre Greenlaw going to go after Raheem Mostert on the field? How's Deommodore Lenoir? I'm really looking forward to the defense putting together another solid game. Deommodore Lenoir versus Tyreek Hill. Charvarius Ward seems like he's in a much better place. I know, still tragic. He doesn't feel like himself. But I think time heals all wounds, and I don't think he'll be ever completely healed. But I think the more time that passes, the more he'll be able to focus on the game when he's on the field. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I haven't seen any roster moves yet. It's only 12:36 here as I'm filming this, and roster moves have to be done by 1 p.m. Pacific time. So it'll be a little bit of time. We'll post those announcements when they come in. But outside of that, that's what I've got for you on Saturday. I'm expecting Patrick Taylor to jump right in like he's been doing it this whole time. All right. You guys have a good Saturday. And if you're at the game, definitely say hi and we'll see you there.